Hello everybody, we're the Geeks and the Trends. I am Enzo, this is my Forever Coast Chum. And this week we finally wrap up our sequel trilogy week. The stunning conclusion to this trilogy, which again, if you like it, more power to you. If you don't like it, again, still more power to you. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you can like or cannot like. That is your power. But for us, at least for this movie, I don't like it. That's the end of this video. Bye everybody. No. But yeah, going into this in 2019 after The Last Jedi, what were your thoughts in like the trailers and teasers and promos?
I was actually happy that like J.J. Abrams was coming back to like kind of fix the mess that the other dude made, Rian Johnson. Yeah. So I had hope. You know, just like in every Star Wars movie, you're supposed to have hope. Yeah, they like. I love it that J.J. Abrams was just like, this is kind of like a mess I cannot fix. like you deviated so far. I gave you such a good path, and you went into the woods. You didn't follow the path. You just went into the woods. And now I'm trying to find my way back into the path. You know, it's kind of like that situation. So you're like, I was like, okay, I can't wait to watch another J.J. Abrams Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
When you watch it, you're like, yeah, he didn't know what to do anymore with this. He clearly is trying to get a paycheck and was just like he came back and he's just like, what the fuck is this? You expect me to fix this?
Yeah, Disney is just like, fix this, and he's like, how? I don't know where to start.
Where's Ryan? You know, get him to fix it. He broke it.
I mean, they did want to bring Ryan back, and then Disney's CEO was like, "No, please get JJ." They're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But yeah, I was excited for this. I was like, "Well, it's JJ, you know, maybe he can fix what has been broken." And then when the first teaser came out, and you hear the Emperor laugh, I'm like, "Oh, cool." Force Ghost Palpatine. I thought only Jedi can be Force Ghosts. There's no bad guys. And then you watch this movie and you're like, oh, somehow he came back.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, oh yeah, when we see like Darth Ray, or like, what is that about? You know, like, I can't wait for Darth Ray. Yeah, it'd be disappointed. It's just like, oh, what if?
Oh yeah. Oh, what if we did good job? Said Disney.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool.
Exactly. Like, I don't even remember how this thing started. You know,
started. What do you call that? Hyperspace jumping, where you like double down on hyperspace. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's allowed. Is this allowed?
Yeah. And then you see Rey train with Princess Leia, and you're like, why couldn't that be the Last Jedi? Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like that was a bit more believable compared to Luke training her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Couldn't you be like the first half of the Last Jedi being like, Luke, please, and then the second half being like, your brother's a bitch. Can you train me? And Leia be like, all right, sure.
Yeah. I was a Jedi too, by the way, but you only found out within this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I mean, we found out in Force Unleashed, but we killed you.
Jesus, I remember that. But yeah, also Kylo Ren discovers that Emperor Palpatine is again somehow back, and that word somehow, you're like, yeah, how are you back? I thought I saw you obliterated in Return of the Jedi. Why? How and why? And he's like, oh, I've been cloned. And you're like, that doesn't explain why you've been gone for so long, though. And only now coming back. But yeah,
I'm just thinking about this movie, I'm already falling asleep.
Right. I do like Ian McDiarmid as Emperor Palpatine because he is born to play this role. Also, for some reason, Google says Matt Smith is in this movie. I have not seen a Matt Smith in this movie.
Where?
I don't know.
Wait, you voiced the wee little thing?
No, not the. No, thank you, droid. Rumors were he was supposed to be young Palpatine, but that never pushed through, and you're like, oh, okay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, to be honest, I don't want to see any more scenes from this movie. But yeah, like it is so funny where everything just happens by coincidence. So they're like, okay, Palpatine has a planet. like, we kind of have to get to that planet. They're like, okay, how can we get to that planet? Oh, in Luke's old books that were burnt in the lightning, but I guess is back.
Right? I saw this movie for this video. I was like, I thought Yoda did his Final Fantasy summon strike on that.
Right?
Right?
Like they flip through, like, yeah, there's this triangle thing that shows where the Sith is. I was like, okay, yeah, that is a thing in Star Wars, but okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, where are you gonna find it?
In a cave that so happens to have the dagger, and then we also find out that they first forgot, and they remember. Oh yeah, the Force can heal, and you're like, then what the fuck? Well, you know what? Fuck it. Also, when
what's with the thing with Fenrir being like he was about to like anime style confess and just was like, you know what? I dipped out.
Yeah, I don't think that I am. Especially now, watching this movie for this review, I'm like, no, it's too little, too late. Stop trying to fix this. I don't want to hear Force anymore.
Yeah.
And then Lando comes back before that, and you're like, oh, cool, Lando. I can't wait to see how they kill you off.
Like that dude was in like Burning Man. I was like, what's happening? Why are you at Coachella?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Right. Also, when the stormtroopers started flying, and they're like, they can fly now. I'm like, couldn't they fly before? Yeah. Like, wasn't this a thing in the Clone Wars? Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? We got warp speed. What do you mean they can fly now?
Right.
Yeah.
And then Rey can shoot lightning out of her fingers, and you're like, I was like, I thought you said she was a nobody, but if you're implying that she's a Palpatine, sure.
Yeah. And she like thinks she killed Chewie. Chewie was actually in another fucking.
Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah. Also, C-3PO can speak Sith, and he's like, "Hey, I've been banned." I'm like, "Since when? Since when was this a thing?"
Yes.
Like,
I was like, "Oh, you know, I'll get to the fucking knife in a bit," but yeah, like they go to this place. They're like, "Hey, we gotta do a hard reboot."
Yeah, with
on C-3PO, but he will lose his memories, but he'll get it back.
With my favorite part of this movie, hey.
Yeah, like that's the only good thing. Oh yeah, we have like a bounty hunter that Poe used to date.
Yeah, because he used to be a smuggler, and I don't know why. Only now they're trying to explore his backstory. Again, I'm just like, no, it's too little, too late. I don't care anymore.
Agree. I'm just like,
it's like, you could have done this in the fucking second movie, but you didn't. Just wasted time.
You gave us Canto Bite.
Yeah, exactly. Wasted time. Wasted planet. And then through Skype call, Kylo, you learn that lo and behold, Rey is not a nobody. Her parents were nobody, but her granddad is the Emperor.
It's
like
a big somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, let's leave our daughter in Desert Island instead of like, who's the guy who beat our father? You know, who's that guy? Can we bring him to her? Like,
yeah.
You know, like bring her to Luke.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, he had a whole class and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like you like trying to remember something. I'm just like, what the fuck happened again?
I don't know.
But yeah, you also find out that Hux is the spy and the worst reveal ever.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. He's just like, blast, I'm the spy. I'm like, what's this, The Office?
Yeah.
Like,
and the next scene he just gets blasted and you're like, oh, okay.
But that was short-lived, you know. And there was not a redeeming factor of like why he would reveal he is a spy. There's no like, I've been actually there's no like Luthen kind of like backstory to like he sacrificed everything, his decency, his kindness, like just to be a spy. Even like that side character in Andor, the one with the mustache.
Yeah.
Like where he's part of
the rebellion.
He's part of the rebellion, but he has to be a spy.
Yeah.
Just to get shit done. But no, he's just like, nah, I hate the rebellion, but I hate this guy more.
And they're like, oh, you're
So I'm
just
like,
petty.
so you're as shallow as a kiddie pool. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is this movie? I was like, then what's the point of like him being the spy if there's no character development at all? Why couldn't it have been like, hey, this stormtrooper that's been around for God knows how long could have been the spy? I don't know, it pisses me off.
It just they're trying to make Hux a better character after all the last movie just being bitch slapped around, and now they're like, all right, he's a spy. And you're like, how long has he been a spy? I don't know. You're like, okay, sure.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm not a fan of like intergalactic lightsaber fights where they're like, ah, yeah, I'm here. Oh, no, I'm here. Oh, I'm here.
Oh yeah, the Skype fights.
Because they're so in tune with the Force, they're like one being.
Yeah.
That they could be in two places at the same time. Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And then when they find the Death Star and then they get what they need, that's where we get the vision of Darth Ray. And you're like, oh, cool. What if Disney did make mistakes with this franchise, you know?
Question. Just one question. When was this knife made?
It's if I'm using Star Wars lore,
it's implied that it is old, it is in tune with the Sith, and it is kind of scary.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I was like, and they're like lining it up with the wreckage, and they're like, oh, right there. That's where it is. So it's not a knife, and it's not that old.
You know, it felt like a video game thing when you find an item and you're like, if I align it with this thing, I solved the puzzle. Like,
right? Like Uncharted shit. You're just like,
it doesn't help that Poe looks like Nathan Drake. I'm like, what's up with this Nathan Drake ass? Get it up, Poe.
Yeah. Like, you know how they would be like, yes, it would make sense that they made this kind of artifact to help you solve a puzzle within an ancient world. No, somebody straight up was just like, nah, we aligned it up with this wreckage that Ray just happened to be like, hey, there it is. You know, they got to the wreckage and she was like, that, give me the knife. There it is, you know. She didn't even think.
Very,
sorry, I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad.
Very, very video game ass. Yeah, Darth Ray with the compact saber. I'm like, that's a cool design.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool design. It was a very short-lived design.
Yeah, they've never used it again since. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unlike Ray, Kylo's lightsaber, where you see it pop up in every media, like video games and other stuff. And speaking of Kylo Ren, that's where I do like the Death Star fight with the waves crashing on them. I'm like, all right, I'll give JJ credit. This looks fucking cool, especially when Kylo is just coming through the waves with the saber on. I'm like, that's a fucking sick shot. I wish this movie was as sick as this fight, but beggars can't be choosers at this point.
Yeah.
And then Rey, through Kylo's mom dying, stabs him, and then she's like, alright, I have force healing. And force heals Kylo, and then we get Force Ghost Han Solo. And I'm like, I thought only Jedi can do this. Is Han force sensitive all of a sudden?
Dude, Finn is fucking force sensitive for some reason as well, so I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to tell you something. I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. It's too late.
And do you know how like they could even like absolutely trash on like an existing character's backstories that they have another fucking character with the same fucking backstory?
Oh yeah.
Like Finn was like, "You're a stormtrooper? I'm a stormtrooper too." Like, I mean, like, it's not wrong to have that, but it's just like it kind of defeats the purpose of that. This is Finn's thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you already have him.
Yeah, I was like, I thought Finn was the first of the stormtroopers to say no. Apparently not.
I don't know. I'm for sure that wasn't the case. Like, for sure, there's a shit ton of stormtroopers who were just like, you know what, I'm gonna join the rebellion. There was something like that in Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like within the context of this trilogy, this kind of makes him special. Even though there's a couple That's not in this story that already have done it. This is his thing in this story. So
Yeah.
it's just like weird.
And especially
I'm
isn't it implied that by the end you're kind of like, is she Lando's daughter? Because he's looking at her and you're like, one, it's
Like,
either you're
hey,
a creep.
kid, you know, you got spunk in ya. Let me like, but then he starts flirting. And I was just like,
You're right. I was
is
like,
this your kid or you want to fuck? I'm like,
it's like, are you realizing that you haven't been a good father, or are you just being a dirty old man? Just make up your mind, man.
anyway.
Back to this movie.
I don't think JJ knew what he was doing either.
You know, when Rey tosses her lightsaber in the wreckage and Luke's like, a Jedi's weapon should be treated with more respect. I'm like, you're one to talk. Didn't you do the same thing, dipshit?
Yeah, you killed a porg for fuck's sake.
And then he has that typical Star Wars of like, you're the only one who can save the day, Rey, and she's like, that's right, I can. She flies off to Palpatine's planet to confront Granddaddy, and then at the same time, Ben is having his face turned. At the same time, we're having this Avengers Endgame moment because this came out the same year as Avengers Endgame. Because why the fuck not? And then it's revealed that Rey and Ben are, we call it a dyad in the Force. They're one. They're powerful beings that the Emperor needs for his anti-aging healing, I guess. And you're like, oh, okay.
Again, everything happens by coincidence. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Every movement they make doesn't feel earned. I don't know. Again, especially, my God, when they're like, "Hey, we have this artifact. If we don't have this artifact, we will get lost and we can die." And like, we have to follow this thing specifically, or we can't get to Palpatine. And they're like, "Yeah, that is the MacGuffin. We gotta use it." They used it.
Yeah.
And then later on, Poe can do it too with a shit ton of other ships.
Right? I'm like, I thought you need the thing to just you just find it at least.
Yeah, and you made it exclusively for you after you said that, hey, we have to wipe C-3PO's memory just to like do the whole thing. So you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, while Rey and Ben are fighting, you see the Resistance using the horses to board ships, and you're like, okay, cool. Why not?
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but we're in this movie anyway. We're like balls deep in this movie's lore, so you're like, who cares at this point? I don't get when Palpatine does this like level 9000 lightning. Why does it only affect the Resistance ships and not everybody else? Because it is like, it's like his ultimate move, and you're like, damn, that's cool. But when you think about it, you're like, how come you're not affecting your own ships? Like, how?
Like disobeying laws of physics kind of deal.
Like, I thought the lightning was just like a one and done. Like, I'm gonna fuck everybody up. I don't care who.
Yeah.
Especially in that mode. Oh yeah, I forgot. 5 seconds before that, there's this again Avengers Endgame where every ship comes, then they're like, we're not alone in this fight, and like Lando comes in.
He's like, to your left.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And even Wedge Antilles comes back. Dennis Lawson's even McGregor's uncle comes back to this franchise, even though he said he never would. Yeah. And then Rey has this moment where you think all hope is lost, and then she hears the voices of the Jedi being like, you need more training, but we're here to motivate you anyway for this last act. So you can be, Sidious can be like, I am all the Sith, and you can be like, I am Iron Jedi. Snap. But no, it's not that cool.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's just her deflecting his lightning and he going, ah.
He's like, Anakin, help! Oh fuck, he's not here. Fuck.
And it's so stupid. I hate this scene. So Rey dies from the thing that happened like after fighting Palpatine. So Kylo's like, I can do Force healing too. Yeah, boom. You're awake, kiss. I die. I was like, what is going, dude? rewatching this fucking movie, I was legit like, what the fuck is going on? I've seen it already, but I'm like, they're writing this on the spot.
You know, when he kissed Ray, the entire theater just went, my theater just went, huh?
Same here. I know like Seb was like, yes, called it, yes, Raylo. But I was like, okay, I'm for it too. Sure, they could be a thing. But this was stupid.
Right?
Yeah, so like he dies and like was he even given a chance? You know how like Ray was like they were like give her like a tad bit before like making her into a force ghost.
Yeah.
You know? But when it was Kylo's turn to die, he was just like peace out in 5 seconds.
Right.
She didn't even have like wait, I think I can give you a bit.
Yeah, like wait, do you need a bit? Oh wow, you're a ghost already. Damn.
Yeah.
That was fast. And then Ray has now she's living in Tatooine with you know in a video game when you get the coolest weapon at the end and you're like, oh cool,
Yeah.
when the fuck will I ever use this again? Probably never.
Yeah. You know, this is why I have a problem with like Pokemon too. Like they give you the legendary at like by the end you're like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't use it. My Gengar's way fucking stronger than this thing.
Yeah. You're like, oh cool, they debut finally a yellow lightsaber on screen. Will we ever see one again? No, probably not. You're like, oh cool,
No.
what a stunning conclusion to this fucking trilogy that has so much promise at the beginning.
Yeah. And then there she was like, oh, what's your last name? Skywalker. I'm like, ain't no way. No, you're not.
Palpatine zaps woman. You're like, damn, okay, what an ending.
Like, show me papers.
Exactly. You know what? The only thing about 2019 I remember from Star Wars is the debut of The Mandalorian, where I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
more hope.
Yeah.
I would like
I
this
was like,
more.
oh, thank God, something good.
Yeah, that and what do you call the video game? Fallen Order. That was a pretty solid
Fallen
game.
Order.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's the conclusion to The Rise of Skywalker. Complete with cameos from Jedi that you thought were long gone from this franchise, like Windu, Kanan, and Ahsoka. And you're just like, oh wow, what a conclusion to a trilogy. Not the worst trilogy of all time, not the best trilogy of all time, but a trilogy of all time. That's about it. But yeah, what would you rate The Rise of Skywalker? Since we're falling asleep anyway.
Yeah, it's a 3 out of 10 for me. It is very bad. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Not sorry. Continuity-wise, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, they say they can't do something, but they do it here. They... Like... Things happen out of coincidence far too often where it's just like... It doesn't feel like you guys kind of... You didn't even, like, search around. You kind of just stuck your hand into the sand, pulled out the MacGuffin, and you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like throughout this entire movie. A lot of things weren't earned. It doesn't feel like it was earned. Except for, okay, you know, the only thing that was earned is that, like, yeah, I get it why Rey is a better Jedi now. It's because she was trained under Leia for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
So that was it. And yeah, everything else, I was just like, lackluster ending, lackluster villain. Sorry to say, but yeah, Palpatine was a lackluster villain here.
Yeah.
A romance that was as convoluted as like,
As this entire trilogy.
Yeah, like, is it, will they, won't they? I guess they will, but also won't. You know, like,
I like anticlimactic endings. So does J.J. Abrams, apparently.
Yeah. Clearly the dude was just done with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a 3 out of 10 for me.
3 out of 10 as well. I knew something was wrong from the moment. They're like, Rose, do you want to come with us on this adventure? And she's like, no,
Just
thank
like,
you.
no.
And I'm like, oh, okay. That's how JJ feels about that character. Sure.
Nah, JJ was protecting her.
Oh, I like for more bashings. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, Palpatine was very lackluster because they're like, well, you killed Snoke. So what the fuck are we going to do now? And then they're like, hey, cloning was a thing back in the day. They're like, oh, cool, we can bring back Palpatine for some reason. Action not that great too, aside from the Death Star duel. Characters are just stupid. Like the only character I really like just because he's funny. Is the hey, Babu Freak. That's about it. I don't know if you heard on the internet, but Adam Driver was writing a sequel to this called The Hunt for Ben Solo, where it sounded cool. He gave it to Lucasfilm. They're like, all right, well, let's do this. He gave it to Disney. They're like, no, I don't see how Ben Solo's alive. But I'm like, but it's Star Wars. Miracles happen. Why can't you make this happen, Disney?
With the amount of bullshit that happened in the last movie, you can't make this happen.
Right? But yeah, I am quite excited for Ryan Gosling's movie, the Starfighter one. Him with Matt Smith. Matt Smith finally having his Star Wars debut that he was supposed to have here. I can't wait for that.
Who was he supposed to be?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's listed in Google in the cast. No idea who he is. But yeah, not a great conclusion. But I am happy to say I think Star Wars is in better shape than one we last saw it in 2019. With like Andor winning all the awards for what do you call that, the TV awards, but well deserved. Like it won big, and like I hope Disney realizes that is a winning formula, and they make shows and movies of that quality still. And like I don't know how I feel about The Mandalorian or Grogu. I hope it turns out well, but I feel confident that Star Wars can pick it back up. Again, we'll have to wait and see. And if not, we can always rewatch Andor seasons 1 and 2 and be like,
that's
good times.
Yeah.
Anything else to add before we wrap this up?
Yeah.
But yeah, before I say the closing remarks again, don't let anyone tell you what you can like or cannot like, because that is your prerogative. And if you like this trilogy, more power to you. You have every right to enjoy this trilogy. But yeah, if you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear us on the go. Individually, I'm Zoda's Voices on TikTok and Answolf on Letterboxd. Where can you find you?
You can find me at JohnJuM_ on Instagram. It is my account.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.